Hey YouTubies, it's me, Zachary Michael also, and this is just a little bit of a different video for you over here on the Zachary Michael also channel, mostly because, well, there's lots of reasons, but this is actually already another follow-up to Jojoza Hanna? Jojoza Hanna, I think is her name. I think honestly, truly, she just goes by Hanna, but but I don't remember. So if you don't know, let me just try to get you caught up. And honestly, for those of you that like to just listen to me, yap, I don't have like an outline or anything for this. We're just gonna do some yapping over here this morning, because I mostly want to have y'all prepared for what you might see, especially because I'm getting ready to do some traveling this upcoming week, and so some stuff is gonna happen while I'm traveling, and I don't want anybody to be alarmed or things like that, if that makes sense. And if it doesn't, it will in just a bit. So previously, I covered this coloring book drama, which is just like, to call it even drama on my end is probably a little hyperbolic. If you didn't watch that original video, I'll make sure to include links to all the videos related to this topic. But if you didn't watch the original video, I happened to find, and by I happened to find, I'm pretty sure it was like a recommendation from Jane, one of my moderators who helps recommend content to watch on Twitch and things like that. We found this video and it was discussing some like hot takes in the coloring book community, in the coloring community on YouTube. And if you don't know, if you only found me and you've only watched the coloring book stuff, like in general, I just love to find like niche drama topics, commentary, etc., and give my opinion about it, right? And so the video in question was this Hanna woman responding to a now deleted YouTube video from a content creator who has fully left the platform, seemingly because people in the coloring community were so upset with her take on stuff about the coloring community. And so you can't go find the original video, but Hanna was responding, or is her name Joanna? Johanna? It might be Johanna. Either way, she was responding to this video where she was giving her opinions on like the drama in the coloring book community. Now, she didn't use any of the original video's original content, so it's really hard to know what she's responding to. But in general, what she was doing in that video was providing her commentary on another YouTuber. So fast forward, and I use clips from her video. I react to her video so that you know what I'm responding to. And I give my opinions on her opinions on the other creator's opinions. So you see how this works? It's like, oh my gosh, it's almost like this is a social media platform where we, oh my gosh, what is this? Something just popped up on my computer that's like, oh. But do you see how this works? It's like, oh my gosh, it's almost like we're a social media platform that you can interact with one another, talk, provide response videos and things like that. In fact, actually, truly back in the day, you all might not know this, but truly back in the day, you used to be able to like actually post video responses directly to other YouTube videos. That hasn't been a thing in a very long time, but it did in fact used to be a thing. Anyways, all this to say, I made a video I live streamed on Thursday. I don't think the video got posted till Friday, because that's what we usually do over here, is we re-upload the next day after a Twitch stream. And so in a Twitch stream, somebody let me know that she had made a community tab post about me. And I had actually already seen that she had made a comment on my video, but I hadn't seen her community tab post. Because to be quite honest, I'm just like not checking in on her. Like for me, that was like a one and done video. We watched it, we had our hee-hees and our ha-has, and then I moved on to other things. So I'm not subscribed to her. I wasn't going and looking for her to provide any additional feedback. What was confusing is the comment she left on my... I don't know if the Adderall's kicked in yet today. If you all don't know, I have ADHD. I did take it though. I did take it. It's extended release, so it's possible it just hasn't kicked all the way in. Anyways, all this to say is her original comment on my video was like, you know, I wasn't expecting to be in somebody's reaction video, but it's okay. And then the community tab post was like, I don't know, Diva. It was 2 days later, by the way. There were 2 days passed between her comment on my video and her comment on her community tab. And then she's like, I don't know, do y'all think I should strike him? So then I made a quick update video about that, of like, who does this lady think she is, that she wants to copyright claim my video? She doesn't really have any grounds for that. Video gets posted on Friday to my re-upload channel on Friday night. At 9:48 p.m. my time, which, to be fair, I think she's located in Hawaii, so it's probably a more than reasonable time of day for her. But at 9:48 p.m. my time, Friday night, July 10th, I get this email titled, Copyright Takedown Notice, your video will be taken down in 7 days. The coloring book community has drama on clicks. That was the name of my video. And this says, Hi, Zachary Michael. Also, due to a copyright removal request that we received, your video will be taken down from YouTube in 7 days. And then it just gives details that she was the one who did it. And it says content found in entire video. And then it does say like the original video of hers that I used. So anyways, all of this to say, I was like, I've been through this before. I've been through copyright stuff. I kind of even talked about it in that last video. But there are a few things to note here. There are some new things about this particular process that is new to me. So it seems like she actually is issuing a copyright strike. And it's important to know some differences here. There is a thing called a copyright claim, where somebody who has copyright on something can claim your video, and by that you can still keep it posted. Sometimes it gets geo-restricted, so sometimes certain areas of the world can't view your videos. And sometimes that means that they're going to split the ad revenue with you, and sometimes that means that they are going to just say your video can't be monetized and they're going to get all of the monetization. And that's a claim. And claims don't usually impact like the status of your channel being in good standing with YouTube. It's no strikes, nothing that's going to get your channel taken down. At most, you're just not going to be able to monetize that video. And I would say more and more, that's the kind of copyright stuff that tends to happen these days. And like I've experienced it a lot, specifically with like when I did TLC content and things like that. There's a lot of noises this morning, and I'm gonna really try my best to keep it pushing. Because I don't plan on editing this. Like, my goal here is really just to give an update. And anyways, all this to be said, there's that. Copyright claim, lots of people do it. Even like the recent, which like I have updates about that too, maybe I can tack on this at the end of it, but even with my recent Doherty Dozen copyright claim on my main channel, that was strictly just a claim. She wasn't trying to strike my channel. The important difference when it comes to getting copyright strikes is that if you get 3 strikes, your channel can be terminated. And so in this case, what Johanna's doing is a copyright strike. But the only time that's really happened to me before in the past was with one Chantal Marie Foodie Beauty on the main channel, and that was back in like 2018. And when she did that, I just automatically got the strikes on my channel. And I could dispute them, I could appeal them. I did, in fact, dispute and appeal them. I think at the time I ended up taking down any other content I had about Chantal, even just temporarily. Well, it was just temporarily, so that she couldn't couldn't strike me anymore because the way that Chantal did it, I already had 2 strikes, so one more additional strike was potentially going to put my channel in danger, right? Okay, so that's how it worked back then, 2018. I don't know. This is all brand new to me today. But this email is just alerting me that in 7 days, my video is going to be taken down. I was kind of confused about that. I assumed I could just go in and appeal this and still have plans to. But my assumption was that just like any other time I've been copyright struck or claimed, I have been able to submit an appeal explaining why it's fair use, this, that, the other. And in this case, my only option that YouTube gave me was to just take down the video. As it stands right now, on July 13th at 10:34 a.m. Chicago time, I'm not taking my video down. I did a little bit of research this weekend to try to figure out why it was the case that I only had that option to take it down. I talked in a YouTube support chat situation type of deal. The beeps are crazy. The beeps are crazy outside. And the YouTube support chat, hopefully was a real person. I don't know. It's hard to say these days. But that person said that this was just the way it works and that I'll get the strike applied to my channel after I wait the 7 days and then I can appeal it. I'm hoping that's actually the case because that's my plan at this point, is to just wait out the 7 days. But this is the part where it's like, oh, I'm going to be traveling while all of this is happening, just so you know. So you might see the video disappear while I'm out and about traveling, okay? I'm going to try to act on it as quick as I can, and also I don't want to take away from my trip. I don't want to take away from my time away from the internet. I've just recently been talking on the internet about how it's been a while since I just like had a break from doing stuff on the internet. And so truly, my goal is to like be as disconnected as I can. But if it feels like it needs to be urgent, like if I have a certain kind of like deadline, timeline, etc., that I have to get this done, I will like log into Al Gore's internet and respond. It's kind of crazy that it's coming to this. I'm kind of shook. I'm kind of surprised. Certainly, you know, I don't have any personal ill will towards this content creator. I don't know much about them. I don't even know that I feel like I was, you know, incredibly harsh or anything on that person in my personal video. I think we just had a general conversation, and especially when it comes to most of the content that I do over here on the Twitch re-upload, like a lot of the people that we cover on the Zachary Michael Also channel are people that I'm coming into contact with for the first time, and a lot of times like I don't have that strong of feelings about them as people because I don't know as much about them as I do. Like, I don't know, like on my main channel at this point, I kind of have a pretty good idea of who people like Rosie and Amberlynn and Chantal are. And there's even probably a handful of people at this point on the re-upload channel where it's like, I know a thing or two about them. But this is a woman I genuinely don't have any like strong opinions for. I literally said that this was like a video from like 5 years ago. I just like niche internet drama. I just thought it was funny that coloring of all things would have drama in it. But like I'm sure she's a great person. I genuinely don't understand why she's going so hard in the paint over this. I don't know. So that's that on that. That's about all I have on that. I will say as an update on the Doherty Dozen stuff, if you're interested in any kind of way in that, I probably won't make a full video for the main channel. But they did finally respond to my dispute of their claim, and they said that they think their claim is still valid. And so now I have submitted an additional appeal stating why my video falls under fair use. And now they have 7 days. They have another 7 days to decide that they want to try to claim my video still. And I think at that point is when it becomes like a legal thing. I think Alicia is crazy for keeping this management company employed after they continue putting her in this position where people are going to have all these feelings and opinions about her copyright claiming them and striking them and things like that. But here we are. So it'll actually be within the next week that we'll also find out what happens with that. Actually, I'll probably get resolution to that before we get through the full resolution with this coloring book copyright claim, because I do imagine after the copyright strike gets added to my channel, there'll also be a timeline for me to appeal, and then there'll be an additional deadline for her to like respond to my appeal. I imagine for the copyright strike related stuff, she has to be able to prove that she's like starting legal documents and stuff. Which again is like why I'm like, I don't know why she's doing all of this. I can't imagine that she is actually gonna go through with all of this. Because to be quite honest, again, it's a video from 5 years ago. So even if, like, I don't know what grounds she would even be able to use in terms of like, you know, like a big thing with people who you know, make copyright claims and stuff like that is that it's like taking revenue away from them and things like that. But like you can't tell me that her video from 5 years ago on her channel is still making her all kinds of like revenue that I'm stealing by providing commentary on it today. So I don't know. There's many arguments I could make in terms of fair use, and I've done this so many times at this point that it's like I'm not worried, but I just mostly wanted to give you an update because I do imagine the video will disappear while I am traveling, and if you don't see an immediate response from me, it's just because I'm out and about in the world living my life. Which was it her comment section that was like, oh my gosh, this guy must not have a life? I think it was. Actually, I want to go look, because those comments were really funny to me. I think it was something like, you need to get a life, buddy, or something like that. Or maybe that was in my comment section, and I was just like, what do you mean I need to get a life? I have a life. I'm literally getting ready to like travel across the country. But all right, I'm gonna stop yapping because I got some other stuff I want to do on this Monday for my other channels, and want to get a head start. But what I will say, divas, is that I'm gonna probably post this before I even do any of my live streams this week. It's a shorter live stream week because I'm traveling. So come hang out with me today at 4:30 p.m. Chicago time. Come hang out with me tomorrow at 4 p.m. Chicago time, Tuesday, July 14th at Chicago time, 4 p.m. Words are so hard. Or on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Chicago time, we'll be hanging out. Come hang out with us. It's gonna be a good time. I'll see you then. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Bye!